I'm going to use this as a chance to use my Skillitary. I know this is a punch down, but I actually have never used my Skillitary before. Sorry, I've only used my Skillitary once, and it was against Marks, but I've never actually used it against Marauders. So I am going to use them here, though. I know it's going to be about a 70k punch down, but I just kind of want to show and see for myself kind of how they work as a team. So I want to see what works and what doesn't. And honestly, even if I can punch down a little bit, if it's not too bad, you know, at least I have another team that can beat them, that I'm not having to force to use another team. So let's see how this one goes. Like I said, it is 70k punch up. If it's quite a clear win, then clearly that means I could probably do better than this. I think at the very least you can punch across. I am curious if you can punch up, though. But, you know, let's do this for now because there isn't another team that I can fight at the moment. But I kind of want to show you guys and also show myself, I guess, how this might work. So let's go and see. I do have T4s in a couple of them. I do have a T4 in Merc Soldier's passive, Red Guardian's passive, Punisher's special, Killmonger special, and I don't have any in Yelena, but I will probably get her special because that's a 2-turn disrupt. Now, what's interesting, this is the cargo bay, so there's going to be a crap ton of these buffs, so this is going to be important. So we need to try and land the disrupt here, which we didn't. Oh no, we did. Okay, that's good, I think. Sorry about that. And so we're also going to do this here. So we stole the defense up. That's good. Wow. Wow. Other than the barking. Strife just got wrecked. Let's use the grenade here, because that's going to transfer some more buffs. But let's take it... Yeah, let's take it off of Sinister. We got the defense. Holy crap, guys. Did you see that? Did you see what happened? So the defense... So we picked up defense up, and that triggered Killmonger's passive, which then hit again. Unfortunately, we get a Red Guardian clone here. Do some extra damage. Clear all deflex. Nobody really has deflex. Let's just hit here. Okay, we have a bit of debuffs here. I'm just going to do the basic, I think, because that's going to do more damage, isn't it? Maybe. Wow. Whoa, my god. That was like 180k on Killmonger there. I should probably kill this Red Guardian clone, I think. Oh god, Killmonger. Hang in there. Hang in there, buddy. Uh-oh. We're stuck on this clone. Okay, he's blinded, unfortunately. Get a taunt off. I probably should deal with the Red Guardian, but... See, this is where I'm not really sure what the order I should be doing things in. But, there we go. So I stole another buff. What did I steal? I think I stole defense up. Let's just finish off that Red Guardian. I normally leave Emma Frost for last, because she doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. There we go. We got a regen, I guess. I'm gonna save the ability block for when she comes out of diamond form, if I need it. There we go. If I can... Oh, Killmonger. Damn it. Okay, that didn't work out how I wanted. Oh, right. We got immunity for everyone, but... Just do the basic. I think I could probably just put on auto, maybe. Wow. Punisher just hit her for 130k. Was that in diamond form? That was a lot of damage from Punisher. Punisher's basic. I don't even have that T4'd. I guess it's the extra damage against against villains. So, okay. That actually went really well. Of course, that was a punch down for 70k, and, you know, you gotta take that a little bit with a grain of salt. But I hope that I can maybe... I'm pretty sure it was in diamond form. So I hope that maybe in the near future, you know, when I do some more wars, that I can get some other footage where... Maybe she wasn't in diamond form. I don't remember. I have to go back over the footage. But my point is that, you know, that actually went really well. If I would like to get some more, you know, like a punch across and then a punch up. So what's good to note here is that all of them were T12. Punisher was tier 14, and he probably did contribute a lot of damage there. And I did promote Emma to a 6 red star, but that's separate to this video, or this this segment here. So hopefully in the near future that I'll be able to show you guys some better footage on Skillitary. Honestly, it might be worth doing, maybe. And I think the reason why I say that is because I don't really have a ton of teams that can deal with Emma Marauders. I think I have maybe 2 or 3. But having to have another one would definitely help, because then I don't have to use those other ones, who I can also use for other things. So, you know, this was kind of fun. And I do have some good red stars. So if you're someone like me that kind of has good red stars on the Skillitary team, I have I have 6 red stars for Red Guardian, but I only have 5 right now. 5 for Merc Soldier, I think I have 4 for Yelena, 4 for Punisher, and 5 for Killmonger. So overall, actually, my red stars for the Skillitary team is pretty decent. So that's kind of why I decided to end up leveling them up, why I ended up putting some T4s into them. And actually, it wasn't too bad. So I'm looking forward to doing additional attacks with them on punch acrosses and maybe even punch ups, trying to challenge myself. I really wish there was a sandbox mode, though, that we could maybe test this ourselves. That would be a lot better for these kind of things. And maybe Scopely doesn't want us to have that, because if we had that, we'd know for sure how good these teams actually are and how much they could punch up. And maybe they don't want us to know that, so that we're kind of forced to invest in them to find out ourselves, because, you know, players are the beta testers, and everyone's been saying that, but really it is the truth. So yeah, that was kind of a fun match up there, though. So I know when I did this, my alliance was like, what the hell are you doing? But okay, you know, so I I did pick up grenade launcher with Punisher to try and make the Skillitary thing work. I might get this one at some point. And then for Killmonger, what I would really like to get is I would like to get the passive on Killmonger, because this triggers every time you get defense up. And if you guys watched the match, yeah, Ravager Boomers T4. If you guys watched the match, then you guys would have known that every time I picked up, every time I stole a defense up and it spread to the rest of the team, that triggered Killmonger's passive, Retribution. So I think that that would happen frequently enough on especially the most injured character that would make this passive worthwhile. So I think that is quite critical too, but I don't have it yet. I don't know if you really need the other ones. And then for Merc Soldier, I do have the passive. This is quite significant. An extra 30% damage for the team is a lot. And he gets an extra, actually, 15% damage on his own as well. And actually, you know, considering I have 5 red for him, he's not terrible. You know, his damage actually gets boosted significantly in war. So he actually hits pretty decently. I'm hitting for like 40 to 50k on the basic, so it's not terrible. And the frag grenade, you know, this would be nice, but to be honest, I'm not sure if his focus is good enough to actually reliably clear. Because he's a minion, and also that his focus isn't terribly high. I'm not sure if the frag grenade actually would realistically clear on the Marauders or things like that, especially if they have defense up. So I don't know if I'd bother investing into that necessarily. And then in Red Guardian, I do have the passive. He does have some pretty okay other ones, mostly the ultimate. But he's slow. And I'm pretty sure in the battle that we did against the Marauders, I think Red Guardian only took a couple of turns, basically. So I don't know if he really needs that many T4s. He's just kind of there to soak up damage and do his thing. So that's why the passive is important there. I do like Red Guardian as a standalone character. I think he's great. You know, he's great for real-time arena because he's spawn taunts, and he's basically Drax and Captain America put together. And I do have this 6 red star that maybe one day I'll get to activate, which would be really great, and maybe I'll put some more stuff into it. I don't think that the passive is really all that great. Clearing 1 to 2 negative effects, going from 1 to 2, frankly, you know, is nice, but I don't think it makes a huge amount of difference for him personally. And 5% healing, I don't know if that... it's not a priority. I would consider it a luxury T4 for sure. If you're trying to go hard on Red Guardian, then yeah, it would be worth picking up, but I don't think you need it to do what you need to do. If you were considering to use Red Guardian elsewhere, like let's say future skill for Doom Raid, then that's probably something that you'd want to pick up, because realistically, I think he's the only real skill tank. So Iron Curtain might be worth picking up there for that reason, but for War, I don't think you really need it. It doesn't really take enough turns to warrant it, personally. And then for Yelena, of course, I am planning on getting her to level 71, I think, for the focus boost, because she does... I need to get her there, I think, if I want to make her competitive against other characters. And then I think I'll pick up this. So the disrupt for 2 turns when you're fighting Strife, I think, for the Marauders would make a significant amount of difference. Or if you're fighting Mercs, then this would apply Disrupt to Merc Ryguard probably for 2 turns, and I'd probably need to pick this up. So I think that's probably what I'll end up doing. So I'm going to be slowly working on Yelena's level up to 71, I think, for the focus boost, and then everyone else is already at 70. Punisher's at 75. Eventually, at some point, I'm going to need to take Punisher up to 80 because of T15. And then their ISOs are all at 3, and then Red Guardian's at 4. And so, Striker for Punisher, you guys might have noticed that this triggered a couple of times. Punisher got a follow-up Striker attack, and since they're all villains, that he actually does do a significant amount of damage on that Striker follow-up, and his basic actually does a little bit of piercing damage as well, so the follow-up attack actually does a decent amount of damage, because he gets already a 50% damage boost against villains. So, yeah, I'm looking to see this team work a little bit more. I'm going to have to, you know, experiment this more in more wars down the line and try to get some actual better footage with some punch acrosses, so we know that it works punching down. That probably is of no real surprise, but you know, I don't think there's a lot of videos out there showcasing the Skillitary team. I actually went on YouTube and tried to find other videos of Skillitary teams, you know, any videos really, and I did find a punch across from, I think his name is McMull. I don't watch his channel personally, but he had a really nice video punching across with Skillitary on Marauders, but I am interested in finding some, or making my own if I can maybe attempt it, of a punch up against it. So